Welcome back to the news today. This is One on One. We're joined by Zoher Bahalul, an author, journalist, and one of the more well-known sports broadcasters in Israel. A couple of weeks ago, Mr. Bahlul decided to enter politics, and he'll run in the upcoming primaries of the Labour Party. Well, thank you for joining us today.
Hello.
First of all, you're an iconic voice of sports broadcast here. Soccer, football. I think everyone in the country hears your voice when they think of a goal being scored in a game of their youth. You're a likable and a known figure in Israel, for sure. What brought you to move from that arena to the political? What led you to this?
You know, I am dealing with the sport and with the politic issues since 40 years. And I decided recently to leave our hobby in order to be one of the politics man in Israel. This is a very good prism, the sports and to speak about the politics issues in Israel. But there is another prism to be one of the operation role play in our country.
Well, perhaps not such a big leap from the pitch to the political arena here. Why the Labour Party?
Because the Labour Party is in the middle, and I want to put ourselves in the middle in order to be the broker between the both sides, the Arab side and the Jewish side. I want to make the trust and the confidence, and what I invest in the past between the both sides, because I think I will be a very good broker, because I knew the both culture, the both languages, and the both narratives. And this is the project which has failed in our country, the coexistent project, and I want to rehabilitate this project.
Well, I know
it's very necessary.
Recently, you wrote that you've been tired of seeing the direction that some things are going here in this country, politically, culturally. You feel that you can have a positive influence and change the direction that this country is headed.
Yes, because I point myself in the middle, because I make a flirt between me and the Jewish side. I am an Arab and Palestinian citizen in our country, but in the same time, I am an Israeli citizen in this country. And as I make a good flirt with the narrative of the Jewish when I broadcasted, and when I flirt with the culture of the Jewish people with my knowledge, I want to be in the politics prism in order to make this project upgrade, because we failed, especially at the recent time. Since the war, Tzuk we suffered from a very, very big crisis.
The operation this summer, since protective edge with Gaza, yes.
Yes, of course. It was a very, very terrible relationship between the Arab and the Jewish inside Israel, not only between Israel and the Palestinian people in Gaza Strip, because some of the people in the Jewish side thought that we sent the rockets to Israel. But the important fact is the most of our people never make anything against the security of the country. We are a very good citizens. We are under the umbrella of the rules in Israel and the laws. And I don't think that we can continue with this crisis forever. Somebody should join this file in order to make this project very succeed.
What do you think about the potential forming of a bloc of Arab parties in the parliament, a stronger voice there? And did you consider joining one of the Arab political parties?
This is our dream, you know, in order to be one party within the Arab Party. I think this is our dream every time, and I thought about I spoke about that every time when I was in your prism as a commentator. But on the other side, I think there is some mistake about our Arab parties, because we need a dialogue with the Israeli side. We cannot say forever no. No is not a policy. I am very, very sorry. We should rehabilitate some new dialogue with the Jewish people in order to make our issues and to make the discrimination and the hostilities and so on and so forth outside from our thinking circle. And I think this is the mistake of the Arab parties. I think if the Arab parties will declare that they want to be a part of the game role in the politics side, I think it's huge.
A more relevant,
huge.
A more viable part of the parliament. Yes, but they've been sidelined as very small parties over the many years here, not the most influential. So, coming in...
We should be in the coalition play.
And you see that as possible with the Labour Party. First of all, the Labour Party's had a rise in the polls recently during the initial parts of this campaign.
24 as in the recent days, and I think we have a good chances to be the party will lead our country. In this case, I call our friend from the Arab parties to be a part of this coalition. There is very, very good chances to get this country forward better than the recent time.
What types of votes or what demographic or what people do you think you'll draw towards the Labour Party? Do you think you'll bring Arab votes to the Labour Party?
Of course. The percentage at the election in 1999 in our Arab field was 77%. And in the last election, 55. I think I have the whole qualification to bring that mass again to the vote side.
Well, now you grew up, you were born in Haifa, you grew up in Akko, a mixed Jewish-Arab town in the north of Israel.
Cities, yes.
How did your upbringing there, in a place that's specifically a mixed culture there, how did that influence your, basically the position you're in today?
In Akko, there is more than 30% Arab and something about 70% of the Jews. I think recently we upgrade our relationship between the Arab and the Jewish, which we call the coexistence life.
There have been tensions in the town in the last 10 to 15 years at various points. You think things are better now than they were before?
Yes, because if you get back in the tunnel of the time 6 years ago, you remember definitely Yom Kippurim events at that time between the Arab and the Jews. At the last time of Yom Kippurim, we have the Eid al-Adha, our feast, the Muslim side. In the same day, we have a lot of fears at that time that the relationship will be exploded. But fortunately, we passed that day in a peace stage, and I think we can look for the future with optimistic line.
Let's talk about this campaign right now. What's the most pressing issue? What's the central issue that you'd bring before the parliament?
The coexisting file. The coexisting file and life, because this file have been failed. The second, to establish equal minister in Israel, equal civil, equal minister in Israel in order to closer the gaps between the both sides, because the Israeli society is multicultural, and without this balance from the multicultural exist, we cannot make our society.
You say is the strength of Israel.
Yes,
it's the underlying current there, and certainly a subject that you bring a lot of credibility to. Good luck in the upcoming campaign.
But the third is two nations for the Palestinian and
the two-state solution.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you very much, Zoher Bahalul, for your time.
Thank you.
Good luck in the upcoming primaries.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's all for the program this evening. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you again soon.